Things that her mother said Sunday when she asked before. Was Mia was still alive, and somebody asked Marilyn, her mom, how she was feeling, and she said, "On Earth, not so well, but in heaven, she's fine." And this was right before she died. And I thought that's pretty special of her mom.
I think basketball season is getting started off on the right course. They're in Lamar tonight and Frank Phillips, I believe, men and Frank Phillips, ladies in Lamar. At this point, I'd call for the report of the SGA.
Hello, my name is Yesenia. I am the president. And our update is for the month of October. We started October 24th with Purple Thursday, where we joined Family Crisis, and we also got the Mixed Nutrition to come and help advertise and advocate for domestic violence. And then that same week, we had Halloween Fest, which was on October 27th. During this event, we had over 25 clubs participate, where they either had a trunk full of candy or a table. And then in the bus building, we had games, coloring, face painting, and other activities. In total attendance, we believe we had over 500 people come. It was a very big event and it was very cold, but I think it was a really good success. And I think from this point on, it's going to continue to grow each year. On October 30th, we participated in the faculty costume judging, where we announced the ACAD building again as winners. They seem to not have been defeated. On November 1st, we announced that our food drive began and it will end tomorrow. We still are taking donations, seeing as though we have 17 students who have requested food since they will be staying on campus. Tomorrow during our office hours, we will be separating boxes for them, and then we will be delivering them on Friday. On November 2nd through the 4th, I myself, Brittany, and our secretary and our PR member attended a conference in Dallas, which was the ASGA. And there we learned about we went through multiple workshops on how to build SGA up and how to improve on certain specific roles and how to get students more involved and how to care more about them. And that's what we talked about today. Our all student organization meeting was how we as advocates for students could get them more involved in how we could improve things around campus. And we got some feedback, and that's what we will be working with from now on. And that is all I have. Any questions?
How well is your participation in an all-fluid meeting?
This year it seems to be really low. We are finding trouble with times because we have it usually on Wednesdays at 12, but most people seem to be having class at 12. So lately our group attendance has only been 5 people mainly. We're hoping to get that number up though. Thank you.
Now we'll have introduction of new employees. Do we have any of those?
I moved that earlier as a part of a joke and forgot it. I have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Matthew McGrory, who is our new Associate Professor of Music, taking over for Renee Carmichael in directing the recently formed string orchestra. Prior to Garden City Community College, Dr. McGrory taught orchestra and band in public schools in Spring Hill, Kansas, and also in Lawrence. Dr. McGrory also served as an adjunct faculty at Northwest Missouri State University and Ottawa University. He holds a PhD in music education from Rock Chalk, the University of Kansas, and also holds an MA in music performance and a BA in music ed from UMKC and Northwest Missouri State, respectively. He is an accomplished double bassist and has performed with regional symphonies all over the Midwest, including subbing for the Kansas City Symphony and serving as principal double bass for the St. Joseph Symphony, Midwest Chamber Ensemble, and section bass for the Topeka Symphony. While at KU, he performed with the University of Kansas Wind Ensemble and can be heard as the solo bass on Pete Meechan's work Dreams Unseen, which won the 2023 American Prize in Band Wind Ensemble Performance. He's also an active member of the Kansas American String Teachers Association, serving on the newly elected board to examine the all-state orchestra excerpt requirements. So we are very, very lucky to have Dr. McGrory with us here at Garden City Community College. Welcome.
Good. I just have a question. What does double bass mean?
The cello, it's bigger. It's the bigger one than cello.
So it's the, okay, I got it.
It's the big tall one. So violin, viola, they hold them here. Cellos sit down. Basses typically stand up. No, it's not. There are some, but mine isn't.
Thank you. Thank you.
Merlin, what was it that Dr. Valentine played?
She played a bassoon.
Okay, I knew she played something. But didn't know that. Oh. Okay, report of faculty senate.
All right, so as far as faculty senate goes, we're still getting our professional development requests kind of coming in. So about one each time. We approved one for Brian going to a ceramics event. We have one tomorrow on the docket for Seth. It's a writing conference. But those just kind of come in slowly, steadily. One of the bigger kind of things, Lalani Castleman, she was promoted starting in January. So we'll have a spot to fill for faculty senate coming up for her. Kind of the other big thing that we started looking at last meeting was we have a list of all the committees that we're aware of on campus and which faculty members are part of that. Because a thing that faculty senate is kind of taking on is trying to help push some people to some committees, because a lot of times it seems like it's the same few people on a lot of different committees, and I know everyone's busy, but just to try and help us get more diversity, more, I guess, access from all different departments on all the committees. So that's kind of something we're looking at. They did want me to kind of make a reminder, we're having a Thanksgiving meal on here in the endowment room Wednesday, November 22nd from 1 to 3. Donations can be still dropped off in the fine arts office until this Friday, November 17th at 4:30. If you want to donate any funds, paper goods, or food, they're expecting about like 150 to 200 students in here that day. So students that don't leave for Thanksgiving break or anything, they'll stay here, and something kind of special for them on that day. But yeah, he caught me on another rotation where tomorrow is our next meeting, so this is all kind of stuff from about 2 weeks ago.
Thank you. So just to clarify, so Cindy said there's 17 students and you said 150.
Well, that was what I have on the email from Veronica, that she's expecting to come in and out. I don't know if she means the whole, or if she means like 150 meals for that week or what, but that's what they were saying on the list that I have. It's
I think, because different churches are doing different days, and I know they mentioned in the church I was attending Sunday was that they needed bunches of meals.
Yeah, so I think the difference is there are 17 students specifically who are international students.
Yeah.
That requested meals. Some of the other students are going to be saying with type programs that they will receive meals through, like basketball, different programs to stay here as well.
Yeah.
Veronica is, she's coordinating Thanksgiving meal that has the larger number.
So Marie's not cooking that, the people are just bringing
Correct.
things.
Yeah. Still needing desserts and side dishes. If you have any.
And that was 150 thereabouts.
that's the number they told me, about 150.
Thank you.
I noticed that your choose the committee members is a little different than what it was when I was here.
Cage fight.
Well, no, it was, you voluntold, he was voluntold.
Yeah, well, that hopefully it doesn't have to get to voluntold. We're kind of, the hope is we can take a look at all the committees, and when there's a new one, try and find kind of people that one would be interested, but also good representation from, like, tech and all the different transfer sides and departments, but also people that are passionate about whatever those committees are, because you're going to go a little bit farther on your own time if you're actually interested in it. And so just trying to find the right spot for people, instead of how it sometimes goes where it's like, well, we really have this spot open and it's been open for a while, so you get in and do it now. And
Fun part of your job.
yeah, it won't be, I mean, there's not too many openings from, I mean, it's more, I think once we can make it a little bit more centralized where everyone can see all the different committees, it'll be a little bit easier to pick like the ones that you're drawn to, instead of just randomly when there's an opening every few months.
Thanks.
Thank you. Well, I guess we're ready to go into executive session.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the board recess this open meeting to executive session with President Ruda, Vice President Mark Malone, Vice President Colin Lamb, Vice President Carla Armstrong, and Counsel Paul Kitsky and Christopher Berger present for consultation with an attorney for the public body or agency which would be deemed privileged in the attorney-client relationship pursuant to KSA 75-4319 B2. The open meeting shall be resumed here in the Ronald J. Scott Endowment Room in 20 minutes.
I second that, sorry.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.